Okay, so welcome to today's talk and for today's webinar. Today is a very, very important day for all the people out there. And I want to talk to you today about something that we don't normally speak about are inspiring homeopaths and inspirational homeopaths all across the world in last century and especially inspiring women homeopaths. And I'm going to talk to you about some of their stories, some stories we don't know, some unsung heroes or heroines, if I could say that. So I want to talk to you about a few people. The number one I want to talk to you about is Margarie Blackie. Margarie Blackie was the homeopath to the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, and she was a very, very special lady. She was the niece of Compton Burnett, who came up with the organ remedies. She was a niece of, and she was very inspired by him. And she also did a lot of learning from Borland, Wheeler, Clark, and later on she joined the Royal London Homeopathic Hospital in England. And she's written a very, very amazing book. It's called as Classical Homeopathy. And I used to read this in my internship. It's a fantastic book. And there is here a small heritage. She's based in England. She has a small place here in England where this is where the emblem is of the Royal London Homeopathic College. Very, very inspiring lady. She changed a lot of people's perspective towards homeopathy in England. The next and my favorite, Dr. M.L. Tyler. When I give lectures in my courses, I often ask homeopaths, who will be the next M.L. Tyler of homeopathy? And I see very often many ladies put their hand up. Very inspiring. The thing about her that I always remember, she used to say this: read a drug every night before retiring. सोने के पहले एक दवा जरूर पढ़ना. And her Materia Medica is an absolute gem. One day, when I was an intern, I used to learn from Kolkata, and Dr. Sarkar used to tell me, if there is one homeopathic book you should read, it is M.L. Tyler. I asked why. He's told me it is the only book where you will get Kent, you'll get Clark, you'll get Nash, you'll get Hahnemann, you'll get everyone. Everyone's story is given in Tyler. And the thing that I like about her, she had attitude. She had something in her. She had some gumption. And she writes in her Materia Medica about in Rosera, she writes, a few years ago I came to a startling conclusion that only two people who really knew anything about Rosera were Samuel Hahnemann and myself. Can you imagine her attitude? She would work so hard and she found out that Rosera is a remedy which is not only for cough but especially TB of the bone. That is a main remedy. Interesting. And she went everywhere to learn. She went to America as a young girl and she tried to learn from Kent, but she never could meet Kent. So she writes in her literature that I couldn't meet Kent. But she became a Eklavya and she tried learning from him in different ways. And she formed the Kentian Materia Medica. My favorite book of hers it's called as How Not to Practice Homeopathy. It's a very interesting book. And all these ideas about never well since flu is gelsemium, all these ideas were actually given by M.L. Tyler. She was one of the first English homeopaths to talk about nosodes, sarcodes, also ascending potencies, which means 30, 200, 1M. This kind of ascending potencies was started by M.L. Tyler. So, huge inspiration in homeopathy. She's one of the tallest leaders of homeopathy we have. Next, we'll talk about Dorothy Shepherd. And Dorothy Shepherd was based in Edinburgh in England. And she came into a time when there was World War II going on, and everyone would be using antibiotics. But she started using Arnica, Bellispar, and Calendula with amazing results. So she changed the World War II situation medically for England by bringing in homeopathy. These are his two of amazing books. She used to say for boils, Tarantula anthracinum is better. Elizabeth Hubbard, and one of the tallest leaders of homeopathy. I like her writings because I used to know P. Sankaran and she was very strongly connected and they used to write to each other. And in most of his books, you'll find Elizabeth Hubbard's writings. Elizabeth Hubbard was born into homeopathy, they say, because when she was a child, she had tuberculosis, cervical adenitis, and malaria. And one homeopath, Rudolf Rabe, had treated. So they say she was born into homeopathy. And interestingly, what I want to tell you also, she developed homeopathic practice in such a way that all the glamorous people in the world, all the glamorous people of of the Hollywood used to come to her. All the top actors, actresses would come. So she was the homeopath of the rich and the famous, they say. She learned from Pierre Schmidt in Geneva, Switzerland. And Switzerland is one of the countries where homeopathy is amazing. If there is one country other than India where homeopathy is amazing, it's Switzerland. Pierre Schmidt. And there's a very interesting story. I like this story a lot. And you must have read the book Psyche and Substance by Edward Whitmont. And he was basically an anthroposophical person. And he met her once. And he thought that I will convert Elizabeth Hubbard into anthroposophical medicine. But what happened towards the end of their conversation is he got converted into homeopathy. And Edward Whitmont then became a very fine homeopathy. His literature is very well known. She had this kind of thing where she changed the mindset of people all across. Just see the power, the strength in these ladies. She was the president of American Institute of Homeopathy. Imagine. This I want to tell you that countless homeopaths, and these are just few, all across India. I knew in my college there was a Dr. Vijay Vaishnav's wife, Dr. Daksha Vaishnav. She was an inspiration for us. I know in Mumbai we have Dr. Parina Zumranwala, we have Dr. Divya Chabra, we have and many homeopaths whose name I may not remember, but people are doing amazing work. And today's women, you are graceful, ambitious, calm, affectionate, influential, strong-willed, beautiful, strong, independent, powerful. I want to tell you that women can never be equal to men because they are superior. They are superior, hands and shoulder above men in all aspects. It's just for them to become aware about this. I want to tell you that you are much more superior. So to the strong, independent woman of 2019, mera salam, and I wish you a beautiful year ahead and use this as a motivation to go ahead. Write to me.